This message could be pertaining to a current person that you've been given chances to, or this could tie to a person from your past. I'm getting that maybe the previous video could resonate with y'all because I'm using that Haley Knox song again with a little bit of the other message that I had from the previous video, but in a love way. So it's giving the energy of, you know, you're still in the energy of being able to connect with people who may not be on the same level as you. Like connecting with people who you may love or want to bring with you on your journey, but they have their own work and etc. that they need to do, but they may have forgotten that you don't need them and that you're pretty much out of their league, you know. And if this is like an I'm not really picking up on ex energy, but for some of y'all, it could be like there was this ex who you gave all these chances to, who wasn't even on your level for real, and yeah, I was gonna remake this video. I was just saying these things so I can come back and do a reading on it. But in actuality, I'm gonna have to keep this message because I don't wanna leave nothing out that I already said. But yeah, but if this is like a current person, maybe this could have been a connection that involved reconciliation, back and forthness, just a push pull dynamic, and you're like the same thing Haley Knox said, like, I hope you don't think that you're the best that I can get, like, or whatever the case may be. But I genuinely feel like a lot of you guys, you still care for this individual because if you didn't, you wouldn't continue to stick around. But I feel like you don't have to stick around. You know, some of y'all may be settling, but this is a person that you're choosing. Okay, maybe they're choosing you. Maybe that's why you still hold on to this person because half of y'all are smart. So I don't know why you would be holding on to something, but maybe you see, maybe you have hope, maybe you see potential, maybe they're telling you what you want to hear, and they're I honestly don't know, honey. You know your life better than I do, but I'm gonna pull some cards on it in a second. Pause the timer on 2:24, and it was 10:23, but it just turned 10:24 p.m. Today is Today is okay, June 25th. It's a Wednesday. All right. And the crazy thing is that song by Sailor featuring Summer Walker, Pookie's Requiem, it came on. So maybe the nickname Pookie could be significant, or maybe you had like these little cute nicknames for your partner. Um, what was the other song? The song that was by NAO. It's called 30 something, right? Because like I said, the previous video before this one was inspired from those songs. And I recently just heard the Haley Knox song a little bit more better to help me get reminded of how the message could go. So yeah, 3, 2, 1 on the clock. That's pretty much what I'm seeing. Y'all are connecting with a person who you know you've been given chances to, and you're probably at this point to where you're like, look here, I hope you don't think that you're as better as it gets for me. Like, I hope you don't think that. And maybe for the past individuals, you're like, I hope you know that I settled for you and I pretty much made you who you are today, because maybe you start feeling like that guy, that girl when I was with you. Okay, I'm over here boosting your head up when actuality I was blinded by love, ignored the red flags. You know what I'm saying? Trauma bonding, unhealthily attached, whatever the case may be. But yeah, you'll just have to apply this message to how it fits. I mainly want to focus on present energy, but for some of y'all, that ex situation is just significant. Maybe this person we're talking about could have also been an ex or something, and maybe they could smoke. Cause 420, I just seen 420. Maybe you could smoke, maybe they could smoke, and you know 420 friendly. What that's about. So it ain't just smoking any and everything. It's specific. Okay. So the message did not save, but I ended up pulling some shadow work oracle cards and some spirit animal oracle cards. Spirit animals that could be significant is the bobcat, which ties to mystery, the eagle, which ties to vision, okay, the coyote, which ties to playfulness, the swan, which ties to love, the elephant, which ties to forgiveness, the owl, which ties to observation, the turkey, which ties to good news, the cat, which ties to independence, and the giraffe, which ties to reflection, and the jaguar, which ties to growth. Now, growth came out twice, okay? And let me see, did I do the kangaroo one? Kangaroo had tied to cycle. All right, so maybe this is a connection that's like, I feel like you're experiencing this connection for a reason, and it may be deeper than what you think. Just like how your experiences have led you up to your present moment, I feel like that's the same thing that goes on, like right now. Maybe there's a mystery going on to the vision that you have with this connection. Maybe it's something that you don't just see just yet, but I do honestly believe that you will. All right, I'm seeing growth here. All right, it did come out in the transition, but it also came out twice. So I feel like this connection could have been like this push-pull dynamic. It could have been filled with both of you guys healing and growing together or individually. All right, now with independence coming out, confirming it with reflection, I feel like going back to this journey inward energy, which talks about introspection and growth again. It says the path to enlightenment starts with you, within you, actually. So I feel like maybe there's something that has to shift around or about within self, some type of growth, reflection, whatever the case may be, to help you navigate or see something or operate. I honestly, I can't really think of it right now because I'm trying to, I don't know why I'm Speedy Gonzalez right now. Like, I got all the time in the world. Like, it's only 6:57. So I have like 3 more minutes. So maybe some of you guys, you're going a bit fast in this connection, or maybe you're wanting something to happen fast, but it almost seemed like I wasn't trying to run out of time, and I was trying to say everything in a certain aspect. So that could be very significant. You just apply to how it fits, because right now I can't do the math for you right now because of something specific that I'm not gonna mention. But 713, the Houston area, 0123 could be very significant. This could be a connection that involves resentment. Whether you have resentment, they have resentment, or both y'all have resentment towards each other, it could just be very significant. You are being encouraged to journey inward. I'm seeing soul mirrors. This is a card of open heart, healing union. So it says others reflect your own relationship with yourself. So maybe being connected to certain people helps you have a better relationship with yourself, heals the relationship you have with yourself. It could really be anything, and this can also be outside of self. It can be with you and another person. Like, maybe you guys are healing within union, right? Together. Let's see, but there is some good news that may be coming. All right, maybe it can tie to love, forgiveness, observation, playfulness. It can really be anything, but good news, like maybe a gift. It says you may soon receive an important but very unexpected gift. Accept this with deep respect. Someone has sacrificed a lot to help you open doors and grow. A lot of things will change for the better. Whoa. All right. It says this is a reminder to not take things too seriously and bring more balance between wisdom and playfulness. You might need to lighten up about a matter that has been on your mind for a while. All right. And you have found your soulmate, or they are just around the corner. Remember that when two souls are destined to be together, they always find their way back to each other. All those things you had to go through were worth it. If you are feeling angry about a past issue, the elephant is asking you to discover the more vulnerable feelings behind that anger. You are being asked to forgive and be gentle with others, because maybe whole time you feel this certain way about them, but it's really because of other touchy subjects and emotions that you've probably been feeling already previously. It says you are being encouraged to look beyond deceiving appearances into the true reality of a situation or a person's motives. You need to hear what is really being said despite the words and emotions coming from the messenger. All right. Ooh, so it seems like there's a energy that's an imposter and an energy that's not an imposter, right? Maybe you are currently in a soulmate union, or you soon will be. All right. It says, and that can be just a transformation a renewal of a current connection, or it could be a whole nother situation with a whole nother person. All right. It says if you are facing a difficult situation, do not rush into making a decision.